I hope I've not joined another cult. That'd be terrible. We're taught, by the way, go to school, go to university, get a job, fucking die. And it's very nice not to feel particularly monogamous for once. Just want to do something special for all the ladies in the world. Right, morning meditation done. Good morning. Day 4. Day 4 of ISTA Level 1. Level 1. Levels. Cults have levels. I hope I've not joined another cult. I've got nothing to say at the moment, except I'm hungry and I'm late for breakfast, and yesterday I got no fucking breakfast, so I'm gonna fucking fuck off and then come back and talk to you when I've got some food in my belly. I had breakfast, that was nice, and it was very nice because like in my meditation, at the end of my meditation, I imagined like a nice big, and like it's been different breakfast every day, but today in my meditation I was like imagining a big big bowl of porridge with blueberries and cinnamon. That's exactly what was there. This shit happens to me all the time though, so whatever. All coincidences, of course. It's not like I'm doing anything to influence that at all. Anyway, we had to ask people on a wheel of consent date, so I'm gonna go do that with somebody I find very attractive. And also, like, I had a good conversation with another person. After that conversation, I would quite like to have had that. Quite like to have had that conversation with you. And she was like, well, like it's not like it's just these are the rules, and like there's other rules, so it's like we can still have that conversation and see where we land and stuff, and that's nice. And it's very nice not to feel particularly monogamous for once. It's nice to feel like I'm not going to upset people if I'm interested in like exploring something with one person and another person, and that's very freeing. Like I'm not looking to cause these people problems, and it feels like there's no problems by doing that because it's part of the course. My main feeling there is like a lot of the politics are dropped. A lot of the politics we're taught of how we're controlled, because politics is the art of controlling people, basically. Of how we're controlled into behaving a certain way and believing a certain thing, and believing that. I had this conversation with a date I was on a few weeks ago, actually. You can have a lovely relationship with somebody, the perfect relationship, but then like you can meet somebody and just want to explore with that person, explore what the feeling is. You're attracted to them, but then people are so willing to just take like everything and throw it out because somebody and then it becomes a pattern or whatever, and there's all these toxic behaviours around the idea of like wanting to explore with another person. We're taught, by the way, go to school, go to university, get a job, fucking die, preferably before you get to use any of your retirement money, and don't ask any fucking questions. That's our reality, and it's fucked. So yeah, I live in this, I'm kind of exploring and feeling very good about exploring and sharing something at 39 that I've never done, as somebody who's lived a monogamous relationship his whole life and been fine in a monogamous relationship. And I say fine, when I mean fine, not great, not fantastic, not brilliant, not celebrating every day, fine. And that's a life most people kind of fucking aspire to, is a fine, like, I'm not fine life, I'm like talking 5 out of 10, 4 out of 10 life, where things are kind of good, sometimes great, sometimes shit, and most of the time kind of boring. I'm looking forward to today. There's a little apple tree, is it? Yes. Quick update, because we've got a 15-minute break. I had a nice little dance there, it was fun, and then we went into like talking about what we're doing today. So we're kind of working with archetypes like Divine Mother, Divine Father, what that means. Obviously, father, like you think fathers should be strong and courageous and providing and maybe give direction and blah blah blah, but usually they're shite. And mother, the same. Like, so it's kind of talking about how these roles are, we're hanging on to these roles, we're attached to these roles quite a lot. So, yep, had a dance, talked about what we're going to do. So that was good exercise. Like, be honest, they keep saying it's not Tantra, but this is all stuff I've done in Tantra before. I don't think it'll stay like that, but so far it's been very, very Tantra. Like the Tantra stuff that I've done, there's different schools of Tantra, but very much like, it's like the Divine Mother, Divine Father, Divine Child, and like knowing that your parents aren't perfect, like I was saying in the preamble. Nobody's fucking perfect, right? You expect your mum and dad to be perfect and they're not, and then it causes trauma. The exercise is like tapping into those archetypes, so you get one opportunity to do that with each, and you do it in a 3. It does make it awkward if you kind of fancy one of the participants, because then you spend your whole time like creating familial relationships with them. One of the girls was quite like really kind of attractive, but whatever, like that opportunity's gone now. The exercise is getting to hear all the things your mum and dad didn't get, like say to you and wouldn't say to you and won't say to you, and tapping into those things, knowing that you can tap into these things at any time, right? Yeah, and kind of knowing that like the relationship we created between the families is a strange one. We don't need to have that. In most places it's like, okay, brought you into the world, taught you what we know, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, and then the commune takes care of it, right? The world just takes the community takes care of the kid, and they find out what they can do best. But like the key thing I'm learning with this stuff, and Tantra and whatever, I can look at it and witness what's going on and how I've changed, and how these exercises are incredibly nourishing, but not necessarily as powerful or like moving as much energy as they did 3 or 4 years ago. You're not going to get many of these with no clothes, but we were exploring Divine Sisterhood. It was incredibly powerful, feeling into divine feminine energy, however you want to call it. We were kind of made to dress up a little bit, like we had to dress into our feminine, but I don't like dressing up, so I didn't. This is as far as I got. I took my t-shirt off because we were dancing, and I didn't have time, and I don't have time to find one and put one on, blah blah blah, before the next session. We did this session on like what it's like to be a woman in a woman's body. It gave me some perspective that I kind of know but choose to ignore in that sense. I know this stuff, but to hear it from a group of women talking about being leered at, being and that kind of stuff, feeling safe among men, coupled with really beautiful stories of childbirth and how it feels to make love in a woman's body and things like that. But really just the whole spectrum kind of felt very powerful. You can see I'm kind of holding back tears because I'm trying to get through the video, but like if I had a moment, and I will have a moment, I'm just gonna go and cry for a second. But yeah, I guess like it kind of made me very grateful for the women in my life, for the women who have been in my life, for all the women here, and for all the women in this world. As the Flight of the Conchords would say, all the lovely ladies. And just want to do something special for all the ladies in the world. It was a humbling experience, and one that I'll remember. But, fuck. It was 30 minutes. I thought it was fucking 30 minutes, not 13 minutes. If you're a lady watching, if you're a sister watching, I became an honorary sister just there. Thank you for putting up with the fucking shitty world that a bunch of fucking crazy men have decided to create and maintain and still maintain. Everybody feels the change happening, but we're living through that change and we're creating the change. Thank you. Really. Let's talk about men's circles for a second. Everybody's going to tell you that they're really good, or the women, or the men, so they must be really good. I hate them. They are not for me. This is not to say that I'm recommending you don't go to them, because it's like, I don't like football, so I don't watch football. This is not a football shirt, even though it looks like a football shirt. It's a novelty frightened rabbit t-shirt. So I don't go to see football, right? But men's circles are usually full of men with a lot of pent up anger, frustration about being a man. Oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. You don't need to do fucking anything. I need to sit and listen to people tell me they need to, blah blah blah, I need to be a man, I need to do this is what a man needs to do. You don't need to do anything. Like, they're in this world where they think they need to be like this. So it's like, I need to listen and I just want to wake everybody up. Like, by the way, you think all these mad stories, like, cool, just because you bought into some stories. That's like going to watch Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and going, everybody's always going hi ho, and I want to sing a different song. Sing a fucking different song. I'll take this for my rant. Usually my rants are about being a human on this mad planet. But today I'll accept the label. I don't accept labels lightly. But I'll accept the label of being a man. Because the thing about it is, you go to these things where everybody's angry all the time, it just makes more anger in the world. That's all it does, it creates more anger. Fear is more fear, it's a fucking snowball. Put your energy into love. And by the way, there was none of that in this men's circle actually. This men's circle was very interesting, but I needed to step in. Somebody got, the first person that got in, lovely man, but just started screaming and grumping and this aside. And I'm not one of these. You are one of these, right? You are everything and all things at the same time. You're not separate from all the bad people. You are the bad people. By giving them your energy, you give them more validity in your reality. I enjoyed it despite my rant. My rant wasn't really about that. My rant was about men's circles in general. That experience was good. Like, the facilitator, a fucking awesome guy, and ran an amazing workshop. And do you know what, out of all the men's workshops in the world, I would go to his or something similar. I needed to kind of get that out of my system, because I think men's circles and women's circles are ultimately toxic, because they create the conscious separation, right? The conscious separation of, this is what it means to be a man, this is what it means to be a woman, and it doesn't mean anything to be either. You can be anything you fucking want. You don't need to continually have meetings every week to validate society's perspective on it, or even give energy to society's perspective on it, whether you agree with that or not. Other than that, I got asked to do a BDSM conversation just there, and remember the conversation we were talking about earlier, the RBDSM, asking all the different questions. Yeah, made me realise, I said yes. I need to figure that out. Because she's very, a very pretty lady, very, really cool, really nice. But I don't know, kind of like there's a few people here that I'm drawn to more than her. Should I have said yes if it wasn't 100% yes? Well, like, I'm open to having the conversation. The conversation's a yes, but like, doesn't need to go anywhere. So yes, it was a full yes. But it wasn't a hell yes, it was a yes. Gave the young lady a massage today. I think I got 4 stars out of 5. Would have liked 5 stars. Could have just lied. But I'm glad she was truthful in the end. Whew. I love you. People keep saying today it's going to be more intense. Like, how can you get fucking more intense? Calm down. Chill out, people. Fuck communism, fuck Leninism, fuck capitalism. I'm feeling really good. I felt like I held court at breakfast today, which I don't enjoy doing. I'm glad tomorrow's the last day. Very glad. I'm glad I'm leaving early on the Monday as well.